update finally. I think it's been a whole week since I've updated, and I apologize for that. I tried to shoot a video last week, I think it was on Wednesday, of myself giving my Lupron injection, and I don't know, I was trying to move the screen around and get it, and it just did not work out, and I wound up just doing the injection, and the video looked horrible, so I decided not to post it, because you really couldn't see much. It was really not informative. And then on top of that, I had a headache really bad, and I at the time, because I was doing my injection first thing in the morning, really didn't think anything of it, but the headache never went away. It was, I think, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock that night before the headache went away, and come to find out that's pretty normal on Lupron. So I think it was pretty much a side effect from the Lupron, and it makes sense because I guess you get it because of not a lack of estrogen in your body, and that's what the Lupron's doing, is suppressing you. So luckily that was the only day I had it. The next day I felt like I could have had a headache all day. It was like I moved really slow and quieter and everything. And by Friday I was feeling a lot better, back to normal. And then over the weekend I started coming down with this cold that I've got now. I'm hoping that's all it is. It's just a cold, nothing more. But I don't know. I'm not feeling too bad. Just got a lot of snot in there. I feel like I sound nasally, but I'm holding out that it's just going to be like a little cold. So let's see. I did go in for blood work on Friday, and they didn't tell me my results from that. They just called and said that it looked good. So I was really excited that at least it looks good, whatever that means. I decided I'm not going to ask. I'm not asking what my numbers are, because I'll just stress about them. I'll be Googling my hormone levels and wondering if it's normal, if it's not. So I'm not going to find them out unless they give them to me, and then I'm just going to try not to stress about it either way. So like I said, they didn't tell me what my estrogen and progesterone levels were, but they said they were good, so I could start stims. So I did on Sunday, and oh my goodness, I was so scared to start them, because I've reverted back now to being afraid to give myself the injections, and that happened sometime between my last video and now. I started just being scared to put the needle in, like staring at it for 10 minutes straight, and it's silly. I don't know why I'm doing that, but I did. And then knowing that I was going to be doing the stims, I started getting more nervous. They aren't a big deal either. They don't hurt. The follow stem is probably the worst. It burns a little bit going in, but that's not even the worst part. It's as soon as you take the needle out, like I get this huge little bump there, and it swells right up for about 5 minutes, and it stings and hurts. Not horrible pain. It's pretty mild, but it still swells up and then instantly causes a bruise. So that's been nice. I've got 2 bruises on my stomach now, 1 on each side. So I'll have to be going back to the other side of my stomach tomorrow, and can only imagine how it's going to bruise by the end of all this. So that's probably the worst. I was a little nervous for the Menopur because I heard that burns, but I didn't even feel it last night. But that's the only injection I've done. I do follow stem in the morning, 150 units, and then I'm down to 5 units of the Lupron. I do those in the morning, and then at night I do 75 units of Menopur. And I go back on Thursday for an ultrasound, my first ultrasound and blood work since I've started stimming, and we'll see if I'm producing some good follicles, and I'm hoping this will be like the true test of how I'm doing so far. So that's pretty much that. Let's see, I had a jewelry party yesterday, which Yeah, I've talked about my jewelry parties on here, but to kind of recap, I'm selling jewelry as a way to fundraise money for this IVF cycle, because they're super expensive, as everybody knows, and we just don't have the money, especially after our adoption. We don't have the money just laying around to where we can afford it, and we don't want to go into debt over it, especially if it wouldn't work. It would just be miserable making those payments every month. So we are trying to figure out ways to come up with the money, and I'm selling jewelry. And so I had a jewelry show yesterday, and pretty cool. I made enough money to cover my ultrasound and part of my blood work on Thursday, so that's good, because all the money goes from my jewelry parties to our baby fund. That's what I call it. We have a special account set up where it goes to that. So we have over $3,000 now, which is awesome. We're thinking it'll be like maybe $6,500 that we need in total, so we're about halfway there, and it's pretty good. I've got another jewelry party planned for next month. I didn't want to plan any around my actual IVF cycle. I was afraid that it could coincide with going out to New Jersey for the egg retrieval and embryo transfer, so I have one planned for next month, and then hopefully, I don't know, I'll get some more booked off of that, or I just gotta start begging people to have parties so that we can start paying off all these bills. But that's pretty much what's up with me, and yeah, I'll definitely be updating more, definitely by Thursday, because that'll be my next appointment, and so I should have some sort of news then. But I might try to show you what the damage it's doing to my stomach before then. We'll see how bruised up I am, but I just wanted to give you all an update, and I know there's quite a few people in your 2-week wait that are coming to an end, and I hope you guys get some good results. It's such a hard time to just sit and wait and wonder how it's gonna turn out. So I hope it comes out good, and I wish you all the best.